Welcome to the show, guys. Unmasking the Blueprint is a unique visual podcast that will begin each show with a blueprint shuffle. Yep, you heard me correctly. We will be shuffling. Grab a pen and a paper because the nuggets will be dropped for you to use and grow. We will interview business owners and music artists, and you'll be able to meet the person behind the brand. Each show will have a giveaway, so stay tuned to win. Welcome to the show, guys. I am so excited to be here on this wonderful Tuesday. I hope y'all are ready. I hope y'all have some pens and papers together because y'all will get some nuggets today, okay? We have two amazing guests today. We have the amazing Lejena James. She do a plethora of stuff. So I'm going to tell you about all the amazing things that she do for her family and her community. And then we have the amazing Nikki Bell. Before I came on to talk about Nikki Bell, I was like, girl, I got some stuff I need you to organize, okay? So these are some amazing guests. Let's see if Miss Lejena available. There she is.
Hey!
How are you
doing? I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I am so excited.
Good, me
so
too.
Excited. You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
We also have the amazing Nikki Bell.
Hey there.
How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Y'all look so beautiful Black queens tonight on the show. How are y'all?
Thank you.
So excited.
All right.
How are you?
I am great. The whole purpose of Unmasking the Blueprint is for the audience to get to know all these amazing people in our community that could be overlooked. And so if you could just tell us a little bit about Lejena, what do you have going on?
Absolutely. So I always like to start with, normally in a professional sense, you kind of start with, oh, this is what I do. But I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. And outside of that main first ministry, I get to teach and coach women as well as young girls to build up their self-confidence and esteem. I do that through etiquette, and I also do that through coaching one-on-one through my organization, I Am More, which is all about teaching women to live the life that God has designed for them. I also help my husband lead ministry as well. We have a church here in Houston, Anderson Road Church, which is in the Hiram Clark area. Okay. And then, whatever else the Lord calls, sometimes he be tripping me up.
Whoa, so since you brought that up, that's not in my notes, but I just want to say something. Just in case the audience don't know, you heard all the things you do, right? I heard you could sing.
Oh, just a taint.
Just a taint. So I also heard you had a CD.
I do have a CD. Look, you can catch me on all your digital platforms. All your digital platforms.
I wish I knew that earlier because I definitely would have played something.
Yeah,
You know what we can do? We can. When we talk to Nikki Bell, I don't know if you can figure, make that happen. But we would love to hear something.
Sure. Let me see what I can do.
Absolutely. Guys, let me get my pen and my paper, my order. Shine my shirt. So you have an organization that's called Patty's Pearls Etiquette Class or something like that?
Yes, so Patty's Pearls is the youth entity of I Am More. So the I Am More is more for the women, and then the Patty's Pearls, which is named after my grandmother, is for the youth. And that's where I teach etiquette, which is like life skills and social skills, helping students, like I said, with their, self-esteem and self-confidence. But I also go through manners, table settings, but really just kind of helping our mainly young girls, which is my target audience, because that's just pulling my heartstrings because I have a young girl and I was a girl who suffer with low self-esteem and self-confidence. So doing that has really helped. So I work with some area school districts like Houston ISD, A-Leaf, as well as Clear Creek ISD.
And so, just in case, audience, I want to make sure that y'all heard something that she said because I heard it. So, she has a whole CD that's out, right? And she said, as a little girl, she suffered with self esteem. That's so important because we have a lot, we have adults that suffer with self esteem. And so you have a woman that's on this show who, as a young person, suffered with that. And now she has a whole organization that says, I am more.
Yeah.
She has etiquette for young girls. She has a whole CD out and she can sing. She can sing. Okay. And so, I think that's why God didn't give me a voice because it's no way if I could sing, baby.
So you wouldn't stop singing.
Girl, I would be walking around to my, how you doing? But my self-esteem would probably be off the roof. So Stephanie Allen said, hello, ladies. I have somebody named Wendy Quick. Hey, Wendy. She said, hey, ladies. So Stephanie will be on in a few more episodes. And Wendy Quick, I don't know if y'all missed it. She's in the ministry like you, Lejena. Super amazing woman. Love her, love her, love her. But yes, back to Lejena because we don't want to miss none of this tea. Okay, but I just had to make sure that y'all understood that just because she came from low self-esteem, I mean, she's beautiful. I'm looking at her. She's a beautiful woman. Great posture, and I mean, and she's feeding into our community. So you absolutely cannot. I love it. I love it. Okay, so what about? So it said, well, look at my little notes. Okay, so when the young ladies get to your events, what do you want them to take from that event?
So let me go back just a little bit because you pointed out a few different things. I want to make sure that I, put it all together and that'll lead to the event. So when I wrote my first album, I wrote the songs in the very first, what's the first single? One of the songs on look, there's how many songs on there. Okay. So there's 10 songs, but 2 songs in particular. One is More Than Pretty. So I remember being a young girl, wanting to hear the words that I was pretty. And that normally happened around like 5th grade, 6th grade, middle school, maybe early high school. I always wanted to hear the words that I am pretty. But as I got older and realized that beauty fades, but I want people to know that I'm so much more than being pretty. God has placed things inside of me. So I teach that to young girls that God has placed something inside of you. There's data that shows Jack Canfield. So if you've ever read Chicken Soup for the Soul, any of those series, those books, he did a self-assessment inventory of a group of students. And he said when students enter kindergarten, they are 80% of them scored high on the self-esteem inventory. By the time they were in the 5th grade, only 20% of them were performing high on the self-esteem inventory. And by the time they graduated from high school, only 5% of those students were scoring high on the self-esteem inventory. So there are children out there now that are suffering, that are now adults that suffer from self-esteem. It could be because nobody was building them up. I still have parents that were telling me you're beautiful. They were pouring into me, but being surrounded by other students that pull you away from that, that will pick at your weaknesses and make you feel like you're less than, helps me to understand that there are so many other girls out there that I need to reach that need that, because we have a lot of our girls that are falling in that percentage that do not deem themselves worthy. I have a 13-year-old daughter who suffers from low self-esteem sometimes. And I have to remind her that just because somebody else says that you're not does not mean you're not. God has equipped us. We are all different. We are not called to be the same. We are called to be set apart. And it's so interesting because my husband is doing a series right now called Peculiar People. We are different on purpose. We're supposed to be. What would the world look like if it was a bunch of Rachels? What would the world look like if it was a bunch of Nickies?
Great.
So it would still look great. But you want the world to be different. we all have a different balance. So when I do these etiquette workshops, which I'm going to be hosting one in August. I just want them to be able to walk away with a higher self-esteem so they can see themselves differently. So we just do different activities throughout that week to help build up their self-worth and help them to understand the difference between esteem and confidence, because your self-esteem is your overall worth and value that you believe in yourself. Your confidence is your ability to do the things that you've been called to do.
I love it. I love it. They're saying beautiful. Yes, y'all, absolutely beautiful. They saying that yes, we all are meant to be different. We all have our own purpose, and so everybody's definitely agreeing and understanding where you're coming from and what you're saying, Miss Lejena. I mean, I just like to go back and just re-emphasize because sometimes people don't catch it, and
Right.
this whole show is to catch it. This whole show is to change mindsets, to change lives. And so let's say, y'all know I wasn't blessed with any girls, but there's a lot of people that were. So if somebody has, what age is that again?
So my age range is normally from the age of 8 to 12. And I also do high school. With high school is more so focused on preparing them for life during high school as well as afterwards. But I noticed that pocket of preteens are really the group that is suffering a lot from low self-esteem and lack of confidence. So about 8 to 13.
About 8 to 13. And so I'm about to ask, hold on. When I my child care center, I always tell my kids, you are so beautiful. You are so amazing. If I have any parents on here, I'm asking for a huge favor with your grandkids, with anybody you see. It's not, I'm not gonna lie. I've been in a grocery store and people look at me and be like, you're so beautiful. You know why? Because maybe nobody ever told that child that day or that month or that year. You know, I try to speak life into every person that I see and that I meet, because you never know. Maybe they don't get that.
Right.
You know, we can't take for granted because you, Miss Lejena James, the pastor's wife, we can't take for granted that BJ hears that. I mean, we know he do, but I don't take it for granted that he does. Hey, handsome cakes, you know?
Yeah. Right.
I love food, so all my kids like some type of food. You know, just saying. But it's just all about taking a little bit of effort. Just somebody said that the world would be great with a lot of Rachel's. Yes, say it again. Yes. I think those by people in the inbox. So
look, you need that community hype you up. That's right.
You know what you really do?
Yeah, you do.
As much as I feed into other people, there is days when I myself feel like, am I doing enough? Am I even, do anybody even appreciate, if I was to stop, would anybody even care?
Right.
That's well. And then, but let me tell you, the amazing God that we serve.
Right.
I wake up, anytime I may have that mental thought, I wake up to like 3 to 4 inboxes like, OMG, had a moment, was going through Facebook, seen your live, seen you was molested, seen you had divorce, seen you had kids, seen you had fibromyalgia. And God's like, do you not see?
Yeah.
Do you not see? And
those reminders.
And those reminders, even because we're human, and I'm a grown up.
Yes.
So if a grown up could use that extra push, just imagine our babies.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely.
And so we have to be conscious to tell them out of nowhere, you're fabulous. Yeah. You're great. You're perfect just the way you are. You know, so I love it. So if I had a girl, if for those people who have girls between 8 and 13, how could they get their princess, their queens in this program?
Yeah, so I'm going to be starting to market for that particular workshop in August next week. So if you follow me on Instagram, and all my handles are the same across whatever platform, is at Lejena James, then you'll see that communication. But you can also sign up for my email list at lejenajames.com, and then just click sign up so you can subscribe to get that communication about that class and how you can join. So there will be a virtual option, and if you're in the Houston area, there will be an in-person option as well. And something I was going to piggyback off what you said to Rachel about telling, your young girls and your young men, affirming them as parents, we do that for our children. We try to affirm them. That's what we should be doing. But sometimes our children don't always receive,
That's
because it's
true.
us, right? So it's good to place them in front of others that you can trust that are going to affirm who they are. So I like to do like a little assessment with the parents, like tell me what you're struggling with your child. What do you notice? What would you like to see for them in the future, not just now, but for in the future? Because what happens is when people lack the self-esteem and confidence, they tend to settle. They settle in life because they feel like they're not worthy of anything else.
Right.
They don't have anybody else in their corner. Like I just talked about community and a village. It really does take a whole village. I have girlfriends that I'm like, hey, I need you to talk to my child because she ain't listening to me.
Right.
Can you talk to her, please? And I know that, you may have dealt with this issue and maybe she'll receive it, coming from somebody else, but you really need that community of sisterhood to really help to drive that message home for them. And that will help show sisterhood and adulthood. I mean, as they become adults, but it'll show them what they need to build a tribe now for themselves too.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. We have to invest the time. I used to tell
Yes.
people the reason I own a daycare and I stayed for so long is because we were missing it. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
we're missing that gap. You
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
we have to. It's yeah. Well, that's a whole. That'd be like a 4-hour show. We don't even have
Yeah.
enough time. The self
Yeah.
esteem is important for our children. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Somebody said y'all are super amazing. Yes, they are. Um,
Mhm.
and so everything that you're doing is a great. But you also, well, I want you to finish this first, and then you also have something coming up at the church, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So, is there
Yes.
anything else you want to say about?
Patty's Pearls.
Yeah.
No, so just be on the lookout for that communication. Like I said, you can send me a direct DM if you have a daughter that falls within that age range of 8 to 13. You want to send me a DM, I can send you some communication on that as well. But like I say, stay connected. But that's really like if nobody paid me, I would still do it, which I have. I
Right.
still do it because I have a heart for young girls. When I did a girls' week in HISD, we had about 10 girls that were enrolled in that program. So every day we did different things to affirm who they were. And so I noticed how their confidence changed from the time that we started in the beginning of the week until the end of the week. Because one, they started to learn community, they started to be able to speak for themselves. So not only were they able to see that they were able to communicate that, but now they're able to hold conversations with other people because, our children are so used to the phone. They are so used to, being in front of a game or something. It's hard for them to hold a conversation, which really helps lower their self-esteem as well. So helping them to have a person-to-person conversation really helps, and with different types of people, not just their peers, but also with adults, and making eye contact. That is so key because children tend to look down, one, because they're afraid, and making eye contact helps them to understand I can trust or you can trust me. And I want to be able to effectively communicate what I'm saying to you. If I like something, if I don't like something, I'm able to let you know through my eye contact and through my verbiage. So it just allows them to speak up for themselves and, to boost them up, help improve that.
I love it. I love it. I am so used to being on like Zoom, so I just coughed and muted, but I forgot you could still see me. Y'all know I'm still struggling. I'm just getting over COVID still. So I
Look,
still
I'm
have a
glad you're
cough.
doing better.
I just had to laugh. I'm like, wait a minute, people can still see. Wait, hold on, I forgot. All right. So guess what? Our radio, our heart radio and Podbeam did not need to know that, right? They would have even never known. It's only the live places. That is hilarious. So somebody said they would love for their granddaughter to attend your class. She's 11.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, just send me a message. Like I said, LegenaJames.com, or you can shoot me a message on Facebook as well. I'll be glad to give you some communication about that.
And okay, and so you have an event coming up at the church, correct? Okay.
Yes, so we are doing a week of childcare where you can just bring your child. I think we said the ages of, oh, don't give me the line. Is it 7? I don't know. You gotta help me, Rachel.
I
I think
don't
it's
remember. I don't
I don't remember.
remember.
It's a younger age group. I don't think it's like preschool age. Anywho, the flyer will be up on the church on church website. But yeah, so it's just a week of camp where we're just bringing them in to do some different activities for the summer. So maybe you have some things that you need to do as a parent and you really need that time for work or what so have you. So they'll be provided with snacks and some biblical, fun that we want to give back to the community. So our church website is arbchouston.org. And you'll see that communication. You just fill out the flyer on that and fill out the form on that. And then somebody will be in contact with you because we definitely want to still keep it safe. We understand that we're in a season where we kind of, want to be safe with our children, but we're making sure that we have a good group of students that'll be attending. So we'll do some fun activities on the campus. And yeah, so that's it.
That sounds great. And so maybe all the activities don't have to do with. Our class did Christian Uno,
Oh,
and the
really?
teacher was like, I don't think we really like Christian Uno because in order to make somebody draw 2 or draw 4 or to change
It wasn't fair.
I mean, at the end of the day, like you got authority, right? So you got to use that authority to say a scripture. And they was like, we don't even want to play the draw 4 no more. We don't even want people to. Oh no, the funny part when they got like draw 2s back to back, and they're like, I just did a prayer. Do it again.
Yeah, so, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. They'll get some enrichment, some different activities. We'll do some, like I said, some Bible-based activities as well. But we just want them to have a good time and connect with some other kids. So
I love it. I love it. If you have something else, of course, say it. But if you don't, I'm gonna move to Nikki. But what I do want you to do is I want you to see, can you get that song for us?
I got you. I know which one to get.
I think I would enjoy hearing it.
Yeah, I got you.
And so we would really love for we can. My husband is the last show act, so we can't just cut him out. So we'll play it right before we let him
close us out. I got you. Not a problem.
So do you want to stay on or do you need to get off to do it?
No, I can just mute myself. I can just pull
it. Okay, so you got it. Professional. Yeah. Okay, I told y'all. She do a plethora of stuff. It's Nikki Bell. Hey, boo.
Hey.
How are you?
I am surviving the weather.
Girl, it was like perfectly sunny in Houston.
All day.
And I felt like a little wind. Are you in Houston too, Miss Nikki?
Mm-hmm.
So you understand.
I understand.
The bipolarness that happened today.
Very much so.
Okay.
I saw the shift coming and I was like, well, we'll get a cloud or two, but it probably won't really rain. No.
No. And then it had another rain sideways. Like, so you gonna hit me, period, even with an umbrella.
Regardless. Enjoy the shower.
Okay. Okay. So I love you organize stuff. Like you're like a special group of people. I think the majority of the world, we can't organize nothing.
I promise you, you never want to be in a room full of professional organizers because it's going to be the most weird conversations going on at the same time. What label were you using? Oh, I couldn't find any of those bins. Where did you get that one from? Just and we're going to be so entrenched in our conversation and block everybody else out. And people are going to just stand there and look at us like, look at them. They so weird. So, but we enjoy it. We enjoy it.
So, Lejena was telling you that the church was talking about peculiar people, right?
Yes.
That's you, baby, too. Yeah, you all up in there because you in there.
I love it. I never had a desire to join a sorority, but when they said it's a bunch of organizers, what? I got to join every last one of them I can get in, girl. I got to get in this. I got to get in this group, and I love them. I call them my organizing peeps.
I love that. I need to just like slide in.
Come on, we love everybody.
You don't have to know that I don't know nothing. I'm just trying to learn some skills.
And really and truly, a lot of us are learning through those conversations. So it's a constant learning environment.
I love the honesty. I love the honesty because I've seen your work and the work is fabulous.
Well, thank you.
But a lot of people don't like to say that they're learning and they're growing.
No.
oh no, they don't want to say that because they're professional. So I love that. And so I hope the audience heard. How long you been in business, Miss Nikki?
Since 2014, I started my business, and really and truly, it was by accident. I would say I've always liked things in an organized fashion and liked how books were already set up and color coordinated. That's always been a thing for me. But I was not aware that people were actually making money doing that. And I was like, they're not going to pay nobody to do that. And my husband says, yes, you can stop organizing my stuff and go do somebody else's. They'll pay you to do it. You can leave my stuff
Please,
alone. So
please.
it, and it worked out. As soon I was being sarcastic, looking it up, and there really was a market for that, and I just delved into it.
Wow. Before I go into before I go into something else, somebody said there was a hailstorm in Baytown today. So
See,
at least we missed the
at least
hailstorm.
we missed that part.
Maybe we should be grateful for the sideways wind, the sideways rain. We'll take that. And
I
then
was
somebody
grateful for the
asked,
rain because it was too hot to get out there and water the grass. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
you said, I take it, I
I'll
take it.
take it. I'll take it.
And then somebody said, oh, y'all hear that thunder?
Yes.
And then someone else said that they want to, when I slide in, Nikki, to fit
Hmm.
in, they want to slide in too.
Come on.
So
Just come
we're going
on.
to slide in. And then somebody said, yes, market, market. Somebody said, they in the market for you, Nikki.
It's been a very busy past couple of years. A lot of people, because of the pandemic, are being forced to be in their space. And they're realizing at that moment that their space is not exactly what works best for them. And they're just looking for someone to come in and help function.
I love it. I don't know if y'all, one thing she said that like popped in the top of my head, but I didn't want to miss the questions.
Mhm.
And she said she likes, she like organizing.
I
She enjoys so
enjoy
much that she
it.
do it at home and her husband told her to please stop.
Stop. I
But
really and truly, it's a part of my relaxation. Some people do yoga, some people eat. I still eat. But when I'm stressed, really and truly, I can calm myself just by organizing a space. And I've even had my mother say it before, and she was like, "Ooh, you need to go find an organizing job right now. You need to relax. You need to relax." And that's the weirdest thing for anyone else, but give me a cluttered garage and a stressed out week. Okay, we gonna be all right after that garage.
I drop my address in your inbox. So if you ever really stress, the door
Hmm.
is open.
Thank
Now
you.
let me explain something to you. I don't cook and I don't clean. So let me know before you get here so I can order something.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
And that's
I
my
can do
husband
that.
that cooks. Okay. But you will, I will try, I never want you to feel stressed. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. And so
My
I
mother has
got you.
also welcomed me at any time. Anytime you want to come down,
Wait,
no
I got
problem.
people in here talking about shakes about clutter me, clutter me. Hold up. You distressed. People like, wait, hold up. We all do not mind helping you get unstressed. Okay.
No
We
problem. No
love you.
problem.
That's how much that's the sisterhood that you were talking about. We love you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
We definitely appreciate it. Okay, so I know earlier somebody asked about the services. So, like, what all do you declutter?
Okay. Well, my particular business, I focus on residential.
Okay,
So that's anything in the home, closets, pantries, kids' playrooms have been very popular lately since school is out. Garages, anything in the home, even your storage facility, because a lot of people have storage facilities with their belongings in them, which I just I want to help y'all so bad. There's three in the front of my neighborhood, and I was like, I know there's plenty of business for me because there's no way all those storage facilities should be able to function at the level that they do so closely together. But we have an overabundance of stuff, and at times, people don't understand that your space is your it's high real estate. Your real estate in your home, that's it's very valuable. So why use it? No, why not use it for something you love? So
so
yeah,
somebody said everything you said. They said surprisingly, I have all of those. And while they said that, I have a storage unit right now that is stacked
Mm-hmm.
to the max, top to bottom. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I I don't like to throw stuff away.
Well, I like to call it, I don't like to say throw stuff away because you're just
Mm.
giving it a new address. You're just giving your
Oh,
belongings a new address. And we're going to bless somebody else who doesn't have. If you have a bedroom set that you're not using in your home, there's someone right now who doesn't have a bedroom set and they can't afford to get a new bedroom set. So you can easily bless somebody and you'll feel good blessing someone else
you're
with
right.
that.
So like,
It doesn't have to be throw your things in the trash all the time. But I mean, if you can, bless
you
someone
know what,
else,
Nikki?
change their address.
I love the way you said that because it
Mhm.
just makes me feel so much better.
Mhm.
But I'm not
Mhm.
gonna say I'm gonna do it.
I'm not,
But
and I don't believe you will. Without me standing there. And one thing I've always given my clients the opportunity to do, it's like, okay, now at some point during the session, you're gonna look over at me and you're gonna be a little upset. And at that moment, I just ask that you not hit me,
I love it, love
and
it.
that if it's anything hurtful you would like to say, that you count to 10 first and just say, "Hey, can I have a free moment?" And that lets me know to brace myself for whatever's about to come. But I'm pretty thick-skinned. My family, we jab at everybody, so it's not much anyone could say to hurt me. But I'm not a fighter, so I can't get hit now. I don't take that well.
I'm an organizer, not a
I'm an
fighter.
organizer, not a fighter.
Use your words.
Use your
Use
words.
your
Use
words.
your
Let's
words.
use
And
your
like
words.
and a lot of with a lot of my clients, it is a conversation. It's not just me telling them you need to do this. It's not that. It really is me asking them questions and them just answering honestly. And I just ask everybody to be honest during the session. That's it. Just be honest. Just be honest about what you want to do and what's your goal. Let me know what your goal is. And I'm gonna do everything in my power to help you get to your goal.
I honestly never even put the therapeutic, stress, none of this even I thought about when I thought about you doing organization that's being a business. But
Hmm.
now that we're really having a conversation, like I could really see you telling me I don't need these 10 pair of black boots and I'm gonna be upset about it.
I've had somebody very upset and they kept all 10 pair of their black boots. I'm not
You
going
know,
I don't
but
say anyone's names, but I do recall a time where I had a client, she may be watching, hey, where
what?
she was quite upset about her boots. And I was like, well, you're a very stylish woman. You're very stylish. The size of these boots are peeling. I don't think that reflects your fabulousness. And then she was like, ugh. And I was like, well, I'm just saying.
Just
You're
saying.
you're you're all about showing stepping out your best self and just being ready to attack the world, and your boots falling apart, and that's a part of your brand. I was like, do you want that to represent your brand? You say you want to make sure your brand is right. I'm trying to help you get to that. And at that moment, she didn't get rid of it at that moment. She said, I'm gonna have to think about it. But she did think about it. And I think later she either put them in a special place, but she didn't wear them anymore. She was very attached to those pair of boots. So I mean, they were very stylish. They were very stylish, all the way up to the thigh. I was like, girl, go.
All the way to the thigh.
I couldn't do it.
Okay. So someone said, every time that they get so first off, somebody said, yes, bless somebody else. If you don't want something, that's a great idea to bless somebody else.
Mhm.
And it
Mhm.
is a great idea. And because you put it like that, honestly, it's like less like, I get it.
Mhm. Mhm.
I get it. Y'all know my little red Mercedes. I finally sold it. And I promise y'all, on air, I did not cry.
Okay.
Now, one little, it really wasn't a tear because it didn't roll down, but I got a little moist in the corner, and as I watched her watch them
Just
drive
watch her
off
go
behind.
away.
But I realized that I have vehicles in my backyard that we don't drive.
No. And they're taking
Nobody
up
drives them.
space.
we have more vehicles than we have humans in our
They're
homes.
taking up your space.
We're taking up that space, and I'm trying to make my space into a oasis.
There you
And I
go.
was, and so and so unlike Nikki, I didn't have nobody to like, make me feel good about it. But I had to. It was either I need a new home, which I do want that too, or I
And
need to get
people
rid of
do that.
some
They
vehicles,
do that.
or I need to get
And
rid of some vehicles, and that's exactly what I did. And yeah, I do understand the attachment because
mhm.
it wasn't my first car. I don't even know. It was just like it was my Barbie car. I'm just saying. Don't make me think about it on the show. I'm just
I'm
saying.
not, I'm not, I'm not. But with a lot of
Yeah,
people, it is a tug of war
it
between
is.
wanting the new and to be on this new journey and letting go of the past.
Yeah,
And you just have to find the happy medium and just decide, okay, is this item keeping me from my new journey? Is this item keeping me from accomplishing a goal? Is this item holding me back? We put so much emotional attachment on things. Also, you'll have a family member pass, and then people will remove things from those homes, and then they come into their homes. And now it's like, it's not just the item, it's the item and the person it belonged to. So now you didn't put extra weight on it. Cha.
exactly.
And I've literally had to explain to people, um, that's something that was on their credit card. That was not them. So
Okay.
no, but you have to separate. It literally is like surgery. And certain things, yeah, keep. I get it. Is I have a memory box. We all my everyone in my family has a memory box. I'm not saying get rid of everything and just throw away the past, but I am saying it's to be cautious when you
I
start
get that. I
attaching
can get
people
that.
to items. And that's something that I deal with a lot. I had one client, she literally, her home was frozen in time for 10 years after her husband passed. And she finally woke up one morning and called us. She's like, I'm ready. And I'm like, you ready? She's like, no, I'm ready. And
Okay.
3 days later, she says, you have saved me. You've given me a life back. I have energy now. I can walk around my house. But the weight of other people things can take over. So you have to be careful. But I'm
And,
not a
and
I'm not a minimalist by any chance. I'm not a minimalist. I have things in my house. A lot of people think I don't have things. I have things in my home. I promise.
I believe it. I mean, I believe you because we are human,
Yes.
regardless of what we're good at, we still have our own
Right.
flaws. I don't know if I said it or not, but somebody said that every time they buy something, a new pair of outfit or shoes, they give one away. That's
That
amazing.
is called the one in, one out process. You
The
bring one
one in, one
in,
out.
one has to go. And it's a good way to keep you balanced because you can always get more things, but you can't necessarily change your home every time you get too many things. So
Yeah.
it's a good way once you see what fits. This is a good look. I love where all my shoes look on this shelf. Okay, but anytime you get a new pair of shoes, somebody got to go. And you can have a moment. You can say bye to them and love them and then put them in a bag and they can go.
Well, I was actually thinking the opposite of that. As I get more stuff, my kids get older, then I can take a room and make it into
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do
No,
it.
no. It was so good in my head.
Yeah, I'm sure, but you can take over their rooms and make them quiet spaces for you to read or great places to do exercise. But as far as just filling them up with more things that aren't going to serve a purpose, I'm gonna have to come down and make a visit. I'm gonna
When
have a
you
courtesy.
say when you say it like that, I
It's
mean,
gonna be a courtesy visit.
just saying. So what piece of advice that has stuck with you over the years?
One thing that stuck with me over the years is kind of what I was speaking about earlier. Never stop learning. Just when you think you know everything, you actually know nothing. Someone told me, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And even though I've been in this business since 2014, I still take courses on organizing. I'm still on watching YouTube videos. I still pay for my membership to my different organizations where I'm with like-minded people who may think about something in a different way. And we all have those groups on Facebook where those private forums where there are ones out there full of organizers talking about organizing things. It is an amazing group. So I never stop. And anytime I see, oh, there's a new certification for this. Oh, okay, let me block out some time and let me take that course, and then let me enhance myself, because every time you look around, it's something different. Now we had to get proficient in organizing mask and PPE, and
Right?
that became a thing because it wasn't a thing. It was like, where do I put my vaccination card? Where do I put my mask? And I was like, oh, so now we have to find a good functional way for people to flow into their homes and drop their goods. But those things can be infected. So let's drop that. We have a drop box for dirty. We have a drop box for clean. So we had to figure out a system. So it's the world is always changing, and the homes, a lot more people are wanting to stay in the homes longer. So, hey, we're gonna have to keep functioning, finding new ways to function in these homes.
I love it. I mean, I think that I've learned some new things today. Like, I never would have put that much thought into organization. I mean, just put the reds and the blues and the tops and the bottoms and the stuff over there, and I
And
thought would
that's
be
a lot
like
of work.
great
Just
and
for
be done.
anybody who's out there like, can I just color coordinate everything? Okay, but you got to keep that up. So every time you grab something from that section, remember you have to put it back there.
So my closet is actually colorized, and that's because I was a manager for two several retail stores, and I was the assistant manager and the store manager and things over clothing. And
Hmm.
so it just stuck with me as I got older. So if you go to my closet, I have the pants, I have the shorts. Yeah. But could it be better, or it could definitely be better organized,
Mine could be
because
better organized, I'm sure.
I could definitely use, yeah, we're not going to discuss it. Anyway, we don't got that
It's
much
okay.
time anywhere.
It's okay. It's okay.
So somebody said we could make that room into a prayer room. That's a great idea.
I
But
have.
prayer room would be like making me make it kind of empty. I'm just saying, we want to use it for a
You
little bit of.
never know. You never know. Well, I have made prayer closets for people before. So
Really? Wow.
we have completely purged everything out of the closet, maneuvered it into different closets, and just set up a prayer closet. So it can be done, and it doesn't have to be minimal in there, but it's more of a comfort space.
Got
So,
you. Yeah.
so we just made sure there was enough space in there for her to stretch out, be comfortable. If she needed to go full layout, hey, you have the space. You have the space.
I love that. I love that. Somebody said, do you teach classes? Because you have my granddaughter is good at organization. I told her that that would be a great job. So pretty much somebody has listened to what you said. It was like, you know what, they know somebody that could be their niche, and that could be something they
Mhm.
would be great at. And so do you teach classes?
I don't teach an actual class, but I've mentored or other people who want to be organizers. I'm free on that. I'll drop my information. You feel free. Tell them to call me, DM me, email me, and I'm a load of fun. I could talk about organizing all day. I would probably get on their nerves. So, but sure, I can get them on the right path if they want.
I love that. I love
Mhm.
that. I am an advocate for people to do something beside. I do. I think you should have some type of residual income.
Mhm.
And no
Mhm.
matter what I do, I never force anybody to join anything I do,
Mhm. Mhm.
because what you said is where I've always said it. You have to kind of like it. You gotta kind of
Mhm.
enjoy it, you know. And I love something else she said, that even though she's been doing it since 2014, she's still educated in it.
Oh
And
yeah.
so y'all know I do credit repair, and I take 3 hours a week, sometimes four, and I take classes to
Mhm.
be up on my game with credit repair.
You have
I go
to.
to those classes. Everybody, I'm when it works. And people are like, that's an MLM. But guess what? I go to training 3 to 4 times a week. Because guess what? I'm asking you to consume something in your body.
Right.
Am I giving you the right products? We want to do things, but we don't want to be educated in those things. And I love that, Nikki, that you said that, because it's so true.
Mhm.
She
Mhm.
does organization. I would never thought about going to no class. I'd be like, come on, let's put some boxes, what you got, let's put up in there, let's go. She goes to class, she's in groups. That's amazing.
Mhm.
One of the girls that's on here, her daughter bakes cakes. And you know what I tell her? I say, I can never bake no cake.
I can't bake no cake.
I can't
Mm-mm.
bake no cake. But
Mm-mm.
you know what? if that's what you enjoy doing, make that money.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
you should go. I promise you, Legina, you can take yourself out of mute because you can wait. Hold on, let me make sure you don't have nothing else first. You have anything? I don't want to miss nothing. First of all, is there any nuggets you want to drop for them as being a business owner for so many years?
Um, Really and truly, just find a network. More people, more, they don't have to be exactly like-minded, but people who have great energy, who have a passion about what they're doing, and who are willing to have a conversation. Accountability partners are important. And
I
I
love that.
we have a text thread, and a couple of them I was like, oh, they was like, I didn't see your post today. I was like, oh, I mean, but they want to, because that's a part of business. I enjoy the organizing side of it. I'm not necessarily more social media. Let's go. That's not my thing. But they're like, no, that's important. You're going to be a
It is
business owner.
important.
So they was like, hey, I didn't see your post today. I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna get on it. Okay, what about this? So it's just do what you love, and it won't feel like work, really and truly. I don't feel like I'm working. I will organize 8 hours a full day, and
Because you enjoy it.
will have to remind myself, did you eat? Oh, okay. Because I will go directly into an organizing zone. And so I just do what I love. And I advise everyone, find out what you love and find a way to make money doing what you love.
I love that. Like I so love it, and that's what I believe. I believe that if God has that's come on Miss Legina, only because she's the pastor's wife, she might have something she want to inject in here. But
Bless us.
God has created us. She said it earlier. Unique, peculiar. We're all different.
Hmm.
Everybody could not be a Rachel. You know why? Because I'm a busybody. And there's things I don't cook, so we would never eat. The world would be hungry if there was tons of meat. And so, but there's people who love to cook.
Yes.
There's people
Hmm.
who love to clean. And so if you're listening and you look at these bosses up here, they don't do nothing. What they do is not even the same, but that's their niche. And they
Hmm.
enjoy doing what they're doing. So find what it is that you enjoy and make some money legally doing things that you enjoy, but don't just do it. Did you hear how Nikki eloquently told me that my stuff can find a new home? I'm just being honest with you. Like
Yes.
that's how great she is in her trades. I'd be like, girl, that's going to the trash on everything. Goodbye. See, and that's not my niche. So if you're trying to fit somewhere and you can't fit because maybe that's not for you, maybe
Hmm.
that's not what you should be doing. Because when you find something, your lane, your lane is not going to be smooth sailing. But guess
No.
what? What make I know I said make money legally. Y'all don't do me. I'm just saying. I'm just
It's
saying.
legal. I
Make
promise.
make the legal
I
points.
pay
That's
my
all I'm saying.
taxes. I pay
That's
my
all.
taxes.
So, with that being said, guys, I'm asking the blueprint is all about introducing people to people behind the brand. The amazing things that Legina James is doing. I think we named two or three organizations. She's with the church on Anderson Road. Her organization, I Am, and then the girls, which is the petals. I don't know why I want to say the rose petals.
Gave him
But
a whole new name.
I, I'm really good at that. Anybody who know me know I'm really good at renaming all type of stuff. But if you listen to these beautiful ladies, they are amazing. They're doing what they love to do. They're not reinventing the wheel. They're going to classes. They have coaches. They're being educated. If you want to do something, you have to invest the time to do it. If you want to do something, you have to invest the time to do it. Is there any nuggets that you want to drop before you play? What song are we going to listen to?
I actually have more than pretty on here, so I pulled that up for y'all. So
Okay, so we're going to listen to More Than Pretty. But before that, any nuggets you want to drop before that?
I really enjoyed you, Nikki. So I'm like,
Thank
okay,
you.
I need you to come to my closet and do something about like my pantry. Look, I reorganized my pantry last year when we were in quarantine, and today it does not look like that.
Well,
So I will be in.
I guess that could be my nugget. It's not permanent. Once you organize once,
Yeah.
there's a maintenance process. You do have to
Yes.
maintain that space. So don't
Absolutely.
feel bad if it falls into disarray. Just know, okay, well, let me get it back together again.
Yes. Look, we out here living life.
We busy.
We're busy.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. It has been a joy, guys. We're gonna do something a little bit different tonight. We're gonna Legina James is also a what?
A singer.
Say it again with your chest out.
A singer.
She's a singer, okay? And so I definitely want to hear it. So we're gonna listen to her song, and then
All right, I'm
after
gonna
her
take my
song,
earbuds out.
once it goes off, you finna sing it for us? You finna sing it? Oh,
I
she took
think
it
she
out her
gonna
ear. She
sing.
can't
Oh,
hear.
she took her earbuds out.
Baby, if she finna, baby, hold on, I gotta give me a seat, child. So once it get through playing, then my husband gonna come up, and then we're gonna come going out with the shuffle. Okay, guys. Thank y'all so much for being on the show. Thank y'all for being such wonderful guests. Thank you for everybody who has dropped questions and answers on Facebook. Thank you for taking time out your busy Tuesday to be with us, and we definitely appreciate it. And I love you guys. Let's listen to this song. And just so everybody know, y'all are still live. So, just so you know.
Can you hear me?
I
Hmm.
can.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Can y'all hear that? Is it just a pretty thing? Is there any depth to? Don't be afraid. Don't be discouraged. All things are possible. You gotta believe in yourself. You have everything you need.
Yes.
I am more. I am more. More than free. I am more. I am more. More than what you see. Every day when I wake up, it's like Christmas morning. The gifts God has given me, I'm ready to open. And for the first time, I open my mind to share His word. The small voice inside of me is ready to sing out. I am more. More than free. And more,
I am more.
more, more. I am more. I am more. I am more.
That was amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I wish I would have knew this before the show. We would have tried to play it better because I don't know if everybody was going to be able to hear it on
Yeah.
iHeartRadio or iTunes. But guys, the song was so great. The words were so amazing. How can we get a copy of that?
Yeah, so iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, wherever you can stream music. It's Lejena James, and it's the album is I Am More, but that particular song is More Than Pretty.
More than pretty. Somebody said, "Praise God." That was
That
a
was
great
beautiful.
song. I love it. I love the words from the song. I love the rhythm of the song. I love everything about the song. I'm so glad that you ladies had the time to jump on. And now my husband, songwriter Pence, gonna come on here and close us out. Mr. Pence, close us out, Pence. I'm not hearing no music. Where we at?
Oh, he's on mute.
He's on mute.
show. Please share with your family and friends if you enjoyed the show. This show, A Masculine Blueprint, is for you. So send me a message with the topics you want us to discuss. Until next time, y'all stay safe. All right, guys, that show was super amazing.